it does scare me that how quickly could they get into that smash zone, get the extra 10 points if they are, let's say, leading the pack at the end of day 2. I think that would take a lot of time, meaning they could possibly lose that top spot to another squad that's just a little bit more frag-oriented.
The same thing goes for Weibo Gaming, though. You're talking about that consistency. Yesterday, they had 5 out of 6 top 8 finishes. Only one of those games were they in 13th position, actually. So it is a really good start. You see a little bit of consistency there, but they need to build on that. Much like DRX, they need to make sure that they can do both to secure that smash point.
I mean, you're talking about consistency. You were asking me if I actually like the South Korean teams. I did enjoy the consistency out of DRX. They ended up with 5 top 4 finishes. That is just impressive for that squad. Coming in today, I want to see more fragging out of them.
Let's move on 9th through 16th as well and see how all of these teams need to catch up. If Max Man's predictions are correct, which is rare, we will potentially see a champion come out from this bracket, Max.
It wasn't a prediction, it was a hot take.
Oh, that's not a prediction? Okay, yeah.
Maybe. I mean, if I'm correct, yes. If it's not, it's just a hot take. We'll see how it goes for the rest of the day. But no, 2 teams, that, I mean, one in particular after the group stage, here 7, 4 thrives. Right, from Pakistan, we were like so hyped because every player were doing so well. Noki stepped up in the group stage. The rotations were strong. They were getting wins. We were like 4 thrives. Maybe the dream for Pakistan is coming alive. But unfortunately here, day 1 of the finals didn't quite go as planned.
Polaris is not going to back you on this. I'm going to back you on this. I also think that the team that's going to end up winning on Sunday is going to be on that second page of the overall. Ooh. But it all comes down on how they're going to start off today. They cannot start off slow. We cannot allow them to get into a mindset. And you were talking about 4 thrives. 4 thrives. I don't want to end up seeing a hot drop once again in Sandhawk. I was getting a chance to talk to Falik. I was like, please switch it. He's like, we have no other option. So more than likely, we're going to end up seeing a hot drop.
No other option?
That's the vibe.
Which is insane.
Sorry. Oh my goodness.
Hey, I mean,
not good.
I mean, at least they're sticking to their guns, right? You know, we wanted to see them. No, what I mean is, no, listen to me. Listen. We've always wanted them to just follow through with what they want to do. If they make a decision, do it. At least they're doing what we wanted them to do, just not in the right way. We don't want you to hot drop. Please stop. But at least they're following through.
Stop it, please. I mean, even trash dropping, I feel like, and just going for some compounds here and there. You look at teams like, actually, now that I think about it, Yangon, who actually moved away from Paradise in some of these games, trash looted, and look where they are, Max. There is options.
There are other ways. Not even just that. Yangon also changed from Nova over to Crates into Georgeport. Like, they are actively changing their drop locations. You can do the same. I think Power have done it multiple times, but you go for the compounds south of Hartin, and you don't have to fight Power anymore. That would be something I would like to see, but known 4 thrives, they might be a little bit overcommitted to Hartin.
Well, of course, some of our top performers as well as some people's expectations for teams like Falcons. And I guess I'll just come to Neptura for that, since 7 is now looking her directly in the face about Falcons.
Hi.
Talk to us about Falcons, please.
Yeah, what's up with
I'll talk about Falcons. I like Falcons. Listen, they have a good foundation. They're obviously a good team. They have a good strategy. My problem is that they don't seem to believe that they have a good strategy. When you talk about mindset, when you think about the mentality of these players, they are kind of an emotional team. Their results heavily weigh on their mind. So for me, I want them to step back, erase the mistakes from their mind, go game by game, and actually start believing in the strategy they've built.
It's weird, right? Because I feel like they should almost erase the entirety of yesterday. Because if you look at that graph, where did it peak? The one time the circle comes towards Museum and they're able to get what effectively should have been their win to begin with. Everything else didn't materialize, so wipe the slate clean, bring something new to today, and represent Falcons proud.
I do think they're going to bring something new on the board today, because I talked to Narvalo. He's not feeling great today. He had a little bit of a dentist appointment. So if we do see Snow-X playing, maybe he's going to replace him, but Narvalo was one of the top performers too for the team. So if he's not feeling it today, that could really hurt their performances even more today.
Well, let's take a look at the power ranking then and see where you guys have placed some of these teams. 7. What do you think? Oh, championship caliber Falcons.
No. Well, that wasn't me. I'll talk about APG, because that team was one team that was actually able to impress me with the way that they were able to play yesterday. We saw them playing a bit more compact. We saw Doc staying within the team. And at one point, Max, actually, it was Doc being the last player alive for this team, which I had to double check. I even put on my glasses.
Yeah. No, but I have to echo your point. The rotates were good from them, but they're always in these strong positions, and they just don't have the full team. If they play the same way, and they just have 3, maybe even 4 players, I think they can actually convert wins here, but they just keep losing players upon rotation, and that just really hurts their opportunities to get these chicken dinners.
I'm sure it seems like you guys have put in the bye-bye category both Seven and Max's predictions, but mine and yours predictions aren't in the bye-bye category. I think we're doing well.
I think we're doing very well. I think these two don't know what they're talking about.
Are in the bin.
You supported Falcons and now you're going for Alter Ego. I will not take your criticism.
I said Falcons.
Okay, Max, king of the bins.
Thank you for using my entire title there. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I do. We're okay. We're having too much fun here. We're having too much fun. We've got a few moments before we get into our next games here, Seven. So what are you looking out for? Of course, Sandhock is a very important map. We're expecting, that 4th Thrives situation to continue to develop, but they're not here when it comes to the top performance from Sandhock so far. So they've got to really step things up.
For 4th Thrives, we know that hot drop is going to happen. I'm going to be looking at them hopefully winning the hot drop. If that doesn't happen, if they end up losing a player, try to find a way to just back out of it. It's an option. You can back out of a hot drop. You don't have to fully commit to it, especially if you get some loot and they give you a chance to back out of it.
Max?
Looking at this one, I'm looking at Ida in particular, one of the top performers on Sandhock. They're currently standing in 8th position, tied with Regnum. They're about 30 points away from first place. You want to stay close to that first place position at the end of today. If they can start hot with the Sandhock, they could be in contention until the end of the second day.
Mr.
I think Cora need a good game today if they want to do really good day today. So for them, game 1 is really important. They need to do well.
Yes, please.
Today.
You're keen for that, huh, Max?
I would like that very much, yes.
Sky almost beat him up earlier.
Yeah.
He did not like me.
He was pulling some faces at you. I saw that. All right, well, thank you very much. We've had a lot of fun here at the desk, apparently, and now we're about to have a lot of fun for day number 2 of the grand final here for PMWC.
The defending champions will not be going through to the finals.
Absolutely insanity. This is a sad sight for Alpha 7. Thrives on top again and again. Power has more control over the circle.
Alter Egos are looking like the top dogs here.
Yesterday, 16 teams brought flair, grit, and passion to the main stage. Some made bold statements whilst others tripped at the starting line, but today could be the day that the tides turn. My name is Barney Banks and I am your host, and welcome to day 2 of the PMWC Grand Finals at the 2025 ESPORTS World Cup. And if you thought day 1 was wild, you haven't seen anything yet, because today the stakes are higher and every round intensifies. And so, with that being said, it is time to introduce your finalists once again to the main stage, kicking things off with EDA Esports. Pro Gaming. Regnum Carrier Esports. rechs. Power Esports. Thrives Esports. Fire Flux Esports. Alter Ego RS. Esports. Today, the pressure builds. Whether your team came out swinging yesterday or you are hungry for redemption, today is where the story truly starts to take shape. And so, with that being said, it is time for day 2 of the PMWC Grand Finals.
was made for this. Tell them I was made for this. I was made for this.
Yangon Galacticos was able to set the tone in day number 1. Now, can everyone else keep up? They're in number 1 right now here. They are staring down the potential of winning PMWC, and everybody else is going to have to try and move forwards. Even Optimus Prime is hoping for them to be able to do something against Yangon Galacticos at number 1.
No.
Optimum Prime. Optimum Prime.
I was almost taller than him.
What is that? Oh, he ate the logo of Weibo?
That's terrifying.
Oh,
what is that? That's an abomination.
Okay, actually, talking about Weibo, I'll just move on to them, I guess. You said it, Kalaj, in our hot take segment. You want to see more from China.
Yep.
Weibo, I believe they can adapt, be a little bit less, narrow-minded sometimes on some of their fights, and actually step up. I would love to see them be maybe in top 3 at the end of today, be in reach of getting in the smash zone for tomorrow.
And the big takeaway for me for that team was yesterday with Suk. I love the explosive bow, but please don't just get too tunnel vision with it. Make sure you keep an eye on what's happening around you as well.
Maybe play DPS sometimes. It's for
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah, that's also doable, right? You can still do that. Yes, we want to see the explosive bow a little bit, but you're right. Both of you are right. The tunnel vision thing is the major issue with them. They have done really well so far to be up at that top spot, but they need to do more. They need to do more, yes.
Seven, your thoughts coming into Sandhawk?
Thoughts coming into Sandhawk is a lot of teams kind of sometimes just disregard Sandhawk, but if we actually take a look at what happened yesterday with Alter Ego, if it wasn't up to Alter Ego being able to get that win and being able to back it up with the eliminations, they will be nowhere near the top 4. So for all those other teams, and this is kind of why I was stealing 4 Thrives, you know what, don't hot drop. You need to make sure you get enough points here in Sandhawk to set the momentum for the day.
It truly sets the pace, and it is a brutal one to do it on. Right, thank you very much, guys. Time to head on to our first game of day 2 here for PMWC Grand Finals.
Thank you very much, Kalaris. As always, great to get the insight from the desk there to set the stage. And physically, it is rising in front of you. The tension, the atmosphere, and the physical manifestation of what these teams are fighting for. That gorgeous trophy blank.
On the plinth at the top of the pyramid, which all the players are currently climbing, clambering, trying to get towards the zenith and take that trophy home with them. It will be concluded in just 2 days. One of those days.
Big today.
Right now,
yeah.
In fact. As we come over from the top side of Sandhawk down towards the south side. Regnum Kai out nice and early around Cow at the moment. And it will be the second to last time we see Sandhawk here over at the playoffs for PMWC at EWC.
Curious as well, of course, of how things are going to go for some of these squads. We'll dial in. Oh, hang on a minute. Is it happening again? Power Gaming on the drop blank. The back-to-back versus 4 Thrives.
Yesterday it went very badly for 4 Thrives, almost immediately going down with Power coming out on top there. Let's see if 4 Thrives can get anything done, because right now they're in 13th place. Very much different to what we expected from them coming off the back. 4 Thrives can get anything done, because right now they're in 13th place. Very much back of that group stage. Maybe they're feeling a little bit cold into this, but they back off over towards the western side of Hartin. Try and stall things out for a little bit longer while they find their footing versus Power.
I believe that was nearly a clean sweep last time as well. I think at most they lost 1 player and then made it out, obviously, just completely dismantling the entirety of the 4 Thrives roster. Would you think about how much that threw a curveball into their day, Blank? Oof. If this happens again here, it could be a crazy start for Power. We'll dial in, we'll see how it develops.
Yeah, with the circle as well, heading up towards the northwest side of the map, this fight becomes very, very important. Like you say, Al-Haji already taken around about 20% damage here. Sending the shots through with the Tommy. Round and back. 4 Thrives off. It's a good setup from 4 Thrives, actually, trying to control the western edge. Having sightlines looking up through the pathways as well. Does leave Power a little bit uncomfortable.
I mean, Falak just got vision there. Timing on the reload. Al-Haji on the peek back out. Bit of chip damage. That causes Falak to back off. Try and at least play for some time with the delay. Throw the flash back over. You got IQ up on the roof. And obviously, this is the verticality that you're talking about. Adds another element. The Hedans in the back line with Easy. This roof can provide so much additional cover that he can peek into them, and Al-Haji just can't quite get the angle. If he peeks through in the building, it's going to be really bad for him. Falak even re-engaging back onto Ragnar there and getting the first knock. T24.
Oh my
goodness! It's heavy. Big damage done. Noki with the reply. Instantly engaging to clean up onto the down players as well.
The rest of Power just not there to follow up, and Al-Haji with a heroic play will find 2, but not quite enough. Dropping Power now down to just the 1 player, and 4 Thrives come ahead of it without losing a single so far. Easy is going to bring something to the table, but it looks like he brought nothing with him but an empty plate. And Power go down first.
Oh, you could see the stand up there. Looked like Noki popping off immediately, getting loud in the arena. They're all in the building, Blank. You see each other, you hear that, you see that. Memories from yesterday suddenly tainted for Power.
It was a great start for them. They felt good off the back of it. They ended up 6th place yesterday, around about 38 points, which is middle of the pack, I would say, in terms of teams that want to challenge for that first place. But yeah, going down here on Sandhawk early on a team that does prioritize a lot of those eliminations. I mean, we saw yesterday finishing off, I think it was the 3rd game, they had 25 elims, 0 placement points. So not being able to capitalize on a map like Sandhawk, which is very much elim heavy, that feels rough. That certainly feels rough for you. In the meantime, we've had teams rotating across. Here's Yangon Galacticos, a team that Kale thought would not be continuing.
We'll see if they can prove that the firepower is still there. If Galacticos can cast a shadow over the lobby once more again today. Already a nice start, keeping all 4 players topped up on HP and walking away with that 1 elim. And it's funny, actually, you raise a really good point with that, because I think Power, right, what was it, 9 elims on the game alone on the first game yesterday?
Yep.
And that was even with Easy having to kind of rat it out late game as a solo.
Oh, yeah.
You got the backstab on Blank. Interesting stuff.
Very much so. Speaking of A slightly quicker approach over towards the northwest side.
To Alter Ego. Oh man. God, the storyline's developing, Blank. Interesting stuff.
Very much. It's been a constant problem for them actually over in... Much so. Speaking of Alter, a slightly quicker approach over towards the northwest side. Heading across the shallows. But they will have to come up against Ida, who has been a constant problem for them actually over in this playoff. They managed to squeeze themselves over towards the edge. In the meantime, the rest of Ida's currently battling off against Alpha. It's a nice shot, but it's immediately replied onto.
Yes, Darkin in the back line. They've got the connection there. Tap straight to the cranium on Refus. Roll up from Alter Ego. They sense weakness and want to see if they can dive in to snatch away some of these points as well. Rita inside, but at least a little bit of cover to play. We've got Alva on a wide berth around the edge as well, so he can cover for the team if they further back, whilst they're advancing up close. Rosemary looking for the engagement here. Loves these close quarters fights.
S12K in his hands. Rita with the DBS is a distraction there that comes through, and at least they're able to find it. The Krypton almost dancing off in the distance, throwing up the jazz hands, distracts him actually for long enough. It's a wild play. It's almost a comical play. And it allows Alter Ego to find that Elim. They're laughing about it as well. So should Krypton's just looking like a clown in the distance. But it is so distracting.
Yeah, the smoke screen went up. The jazz hands to dissipate it.
Oh, check this out. It's a little water on your face. Oh, got you.
Oh, mate. It's a great bit of comedy. Can't believe they're not only looking very dominant in PUBG Mobile, but they're practicing stand-up comedy routines.
Yeah, it's amazing. And stand-up that they'll have to in this game, right? I mean, starting in 4th place is a prime opportunity to get a little bit further into this one. They took a really quick rotate over towards northwest side, and Alter Ego very much a team that is not afraid to go for these quick maneuvers, and I think they understood that. Their last Sandhawk, it was a little bit slow. In the meantime, though, 4th Rise are able to get a cheeky shot down towards the southern edge. That's onto Regnum Kaya, and so easy finding Scarface from Fireflux. So